Let's move on to other news now. And while the majority of medical students in Pakistan are women, the medical workforce is made up of far more men, leading to an overall shortage of doctors in the country. Simple reason? Well, most Pakistani women stop working to devote their lives to that of their families. Often they have little choice and do so out of social pressures. But two female doctors are trying to change this. They launched a campaign called DoctHERs a year ago. Taha Siddiqui, Claire Debussier and Sanam Chantier bring us today's Focus report.
Here in the Pakistani capital, these third-year medical students dream of going on to practice.
At this moment, I do imagine myself practicing and focusing my career. But you know, when you grow up, your priorities change, and you might give up your career to have a good family. But at this moment, career is the first priority.
At this university, women outnumber and outshine men, a common trend at medical institutes across the country. And this isn't exclusive to medical academics. Two-thirds of all university students are women. When it comes to the workplace, however, men dominate by 75%. In a largely conservative society, women are under pressure to conform in the way they dress, interact, and live their lives. Juggling their family and a career is a challenge. But some women doctors have found a way around these restrictions that force them to stay at home. In the clinic with the patient, we have Samina, a nurse. But the doctor is providing a consultation from her home some 700 kilometers away.
Is her whole body aching or just specific areas?
No, just her knees and her back.
The two working together to diagnose the patient.
She needs vitamin D in liquid form.
In drops?
Yes, in drops.
Okay.
Tell her to mix it in a glass of milk every third day.
After 3 days?
Yes, 6.
6 vials.
Dr. Rabia had to quit her job after she got married and moved to Quetta. After a 2-year break, however, she discovered teleclinics.
तो यहाँ पे थोड़ी difficulties थी और females के लिए especially after married life, you know, night duties होती है, कुछ ऐसे problems होते हैं जो continue नहीं कर सकता बंदा. Platform जो मुझे मिला तो उसमें मुझे as such कोई नहीं था, मैं home based हूँ, I can wear hijab, I cannot go out if I don't want to, or I can easily do OPDs from here.
Like Dr. Rabia, dozens of women have been working remotely in other clinics across Pakistan. They charge 100 rupees per patient. That's around €1. This fee can increase up to 5 for specialists. Dr. Zafar is one of the co-founders of this initiative. 3 years ago, it was her personal experience that motivated her to set up DoctHERs.
Women who are out of work, or maybe particularly doctors, should have another option. And you know, there's a huge human resource which goes to waste, and they should be brought back to work, and they should be connected to those areas which actually require healthcare.
Launched only a year ago, some 15,000 patients have already been treated through the initiative. Today, Dr. Zafar is advancing with a 6th clinic in the outskirts of Karachi.
This area is called Liari. It's one of the low-income population communities, and it's actually a little risky security-wise also. So, you know, generally that is our whole problem, that women doctors are not really willing to go into communities like this. Even if they are working, they generally don't get the permission to come into such communities, and generally they don't want to work into these communities.
On the first day of this new clinic, Dr. Zafar and her team treated 500 patients, most of them women who wouldn't have otherwise had access to this kind of medical care.
It's really hard for me to go to a hospital all alone. It's easier to come to a clinic like this, especially as I have a child, so this is better.
Dr. Zafar plans to open 2,000 clinics by 2020. Her hope to connect stay-at-home doctors with women in impoverished areas with no or little access to medical care.